Hey loves, let's discuss some questions men may ask you in an attempt to manipulate you. Please excuse my dogs. I think they knew that I was about to start filming, so they decided to start to play. Smashbox, of course, photo finish, starting off. My first question that I have written down is, what do I get in return? So that question may pop up after you've listed your demands, expectations, or standards. If a guy is trying to either re-enter your life, you've split up, or they did something and you decided you're no longer interested in dating them, or maybe it's someone new and you're telling them this is what you expect when you're dating someone, this is how you like to be treated, blah, blah, blah. They may say, so what do I get in return? And don't be offended, don't take it personally. You can respond with my attention, my time, my looks, my beauty, my energy, because that's what you're getting in return. If I allow you into my space, if I give you my time after I just spent 2 hours doing my hair, 3 hours most times, 1 to 2 hours doing my makeup, spent time getting my whole shower routine, 30 minutes, shaving, laser. If I spent all this time getting ready for this date, that is what you're getting in return. Yeah, you're getting that. You're getting all of this. So don't take it personally. They're ignorant. It is a good sign to say that whoever this is trying to lowball you, because he's kind of saying, in another way you can take it is he's trying to say to you, well, what are you worth? Are you worth all of that? Do you deserve that? And again, don't take it personally, because he may not be able to afford you. So that could be the reason why he's asking, or he may just think in his mind that you don't deserve that. But like I said, we create our own reality. So it doesn't matter what he thinks. It's about how we feel and what we think we deserve and what we know we deserve. So you can just answer how I said, or you can just take that mental note to yourself and say, okay, he's gonna waste my time, or he's not about what I want him to be about, or what I would want or require from someone. So you don't even take him seriously, and you just know and you move on. I just had someone say that to me recently that was trying to re-enter my life, and I told him, this is what I want. This is what I expect. If you want to get my time and attention again, this is what you need to do for me. This is what you need to give me. And then he said that. And it was via email, because he's blocked on everything. So of course I said, like, excuse me, you're the one coming back into my life. But come to think of it, like I said, we don't take anything personally anymore. I'm glad I've learned that within these past couple weeks after my new job, my new move, everything that's been happening. I've learned, don't take anything personally. People are projecting, and has nothing to do with you. Everyone has their own separate lives, yada, yada, yada. So I should have said to him, like I told you guys, my suggestion is to say, you get my time, my energy, you get my attention. You're asking for me. You are the one who's trying to get me. You want me to be with you. You want my attention. You want my time. You want my energy. So that's what I may give you, depending on how you answer or what you give me for giving you my time. So that's what you're going to get from me. My attention, my time. It is, I think it's disrespectful, but again, you don't have to think of it that way, because like I said, they're just projecting. They don't know any better. So they don't realize what they're saying is rude. But again, I'm not here to teach any man how to treat a woman. I may give a couple of hints or suggestions or little passes now and then, but some things they just have to learn. They just have to know how to do it, or have learned from somebody if they didn't have a dad in their life, or, you know, it's like, there's only so much us women can do. We can't do everything. I feel like a lot of times, a lot of these guys don't have the basics down, and when it comes to dating a woman, like opening the car door, closing the car door, helping you get out the car, pulling the chair out, pushing the chair, and simple stuff like that. A lot of men just don't have it. And it's not our job. Like, I mean, we can suggest, we can hint, we can point, but after a while, if you don't got it, you don't got it. This is the clear, transparent mascara. I'm using this as a brow gel. I'm gonna try it. I've never used it as a brow gel before. I'm determining I'm trying to think when I'm gonna do my brows next, because I don't know what shape I want them to be. I don't know if I want to do them more bushy, more full, or thin them out some. And then again, ladies, going back to that first question, what do I get in return? We're not proving ourselves. We're not arguing with a man about what we know we deserve. We're just stating our requirements, and either they do it or they don't. But we're not gonna, this is not a barter. We're not going to be bargaining. We're not changing the price. We're not haggling. This is what it is, and if they can't do it, then moving on to the next person. The second question I have here is, when a guy says, this is not a question, but it's a comment that a guy may say to try to manipulate you. Yeah, if you such and such. Yeah, if you graduate. Yeah, if you get your license. Yeah, if you get married. Yeah, if you actually move. Yeah, if you get your apartment, etc., etc. Some men, especially the ones with low self-esteem that are projecting because they know something in them is not good enough for you, and they want you to feel that same way about yourself, that you aren't good enough to achieve whatever your goal is. They may project that on you and say, yeah, if you do it, basically suggesting that you're not good enough, or you're not actually going to be able to get that. It's extremely childish and immature when a guy said, yeah, if you get married to me, after I was talking about, you know, I was basically telling him how my life is going to be once I get married, and how I know I'm going to be treated. He said to me, yeah, if you get married. Did I ever speak to him again after he said that? No. I found an excuse to end the phone call and just never talked to him again. Because why are you even trying to court me? Talk to me. Coco, no. Why are you even trying to entertain me if you don't think that I'm marriage material in your mind? Or whatever you're thinking that isn't going to be an outcome of me getting married. What are you talking to me for if you know that's what I want, and I've explained that to you, or maybe we didn't even explain it, but they know. I thought that was the childish thing someone had said to me in a long time when I heard that. Because how immature do you have to be to tell someone, yeah, if you get married? What? It brings me back to the schoolyard days when you're outside playing and they say, yeah, if you can make that shot, or yeah, if you can jump from that slide, basically taunting you and suggesting that you can do something. Prove it. Let me see you do it. I'm not proving myself to anyone. I know what I can do. If you can't jump off the slide, if you can't make the shot, that's you. But I know my abilities. I know my talent. If you're still trying to discover yours, then go do that over there quietly. You don't have to try and bring me down with you. My confidence is too high for that. It's not going to work with me. Wrong person. A lot of weak men will try to bring your confidence and self-esteem down so they can get you easier or have easier access to you. I've learned that. And again, there's no point in dealing with them unless you're getting something out of it. But you don't ever get any emotions. Don't ever take anything they say to heart. It's just only for whatever they have to offer you. That's the only reason why you would deal with someone like that. And then a lot of the times I can't even deal with them, even if they have some kind of, even if I do get some kind of benefit from talking to that person, because they just have this aura energy about them that just screams low confidence, low confidence. You're too good for me. You're too good for me. And that is just draining and it's unattractive. So if I were you, I wouldn't even entertain someone like that, ladies. Another thing that another reason why they may kind of taunt you, test your limits, and kind of suggest that you aren't good enough or something is because they want you to think that they are the best that you can get. They are the highest level you can achieve, and don't think that you can get better than them, because you can't, because they think that you can't. They think that they're the best that you can get. So that's another way they may do that. They're trying to bring your standards down to their level. It's just a sign of low self-esteem, and most times those men are in their way more on their feminine side. They're not kind of in the area where we would want them to show their feminine and masculine traits. They're kind of super far on the feminine side, and in a weak feminine, not even a strong feminine. It's a weak feminine who is trying to compete in a sense of compete with the lady. That's a weak feminine, and that's what that man is portraying when he's trying to bring you down and trying to test you and see what he thinks that you can do and whatever. Extremely unattractive. The third question a man may ask you, trying to test you, see what they can do, what they can get out of you, is he may say or ask, can you cook? Can you clean? Why do you care? Are you gonna pay me to cook and clean? Why not ask, do you have a passion for cooking? What's your favorite meal to cook? Do you enjoy baking? Why not say something like that? But when they're asking it in that way, they're trying to see what benefits you can bring them. What kind of things can you take off their plate so that you can handle it and it'll be a cheaper expense for them? You clean, you cook your own stuff. I'm not a maid, just like Jocelyn said. I see you in your maid outfit. I'm not one of those women who are gonna be at home cooking and cleaning all day. First off, I hate cooking. And cleaning, I only do when I'm in like a good, happy mood, and I'm not gonna be cleaning for you anyways. That's something I've done, ladies. Don't ever clean, ever clean at someone's house. Never, ever. Don't ever do that. You look dumb. I look dumb doing that. And some of them even told me, like, you don't have to do that. But I would just do it because I was over there for maybe an extended time, and I just thought I needed to help and kind of show my worth. And that was crazy of me to think that, because my worth was my beauty and my intelligence and my aura, my energy, my conversation. That was what my worth was. And you don't need to prove yourself by cooking and cleaning. He can hire a maid to come weekly and do the rest himself. And he can take you out to eat, hire those food services that bring you their meals pre-cooked or pre-prepared and you just cooked it. Or you could do Uber Eats, Instacart now. There's DoorDash, so many things you can do. You can hire someone to cook for you now. That is not as expensive as it used to be to get a personal chef. It's not something that's an exclusive benefit anymore. Anyone can hire a personal chef now. So there's no reason men should still be asking women, can they cook or clean, when we have all of these resources available to us. It's just a sign to see your worth. If you're willing to be a pick-me chef, you're willing to be a pick-me and clean and cook for him without any benefits. No, we're not doing that. I had someone ask me that before when I was dating him. He wanted me to cook like his mama. It was a mama's boy. Woo, stay clear of those mama's boys. Don't even. Ooh, my goodness, okay? I want you to cook just like their mama. I want you to clean like their mama, but their mama is similar, single, been choosing men over their kids for their whole life, causing all this emotional and damage and neglect over their kids, but they still want their women to be like their mama, who didn't even do a good job with her relationships. Shouldn't be giving advice to her kids' girlfriends anyways. They shouldn't even be looking at their moms for good relationship advice and materials, because she was struggling at the time. And it's no shade to her, not coming onto the women that did have to work like a dog and take care of their family, clean, cook, and do everything in the house. But I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna be cooking and cleaning, slaving, taking care of everything while there's a man either there or not there who's barely participating. That's not me. If I ever am doing that, I'm in some kind of multi-universe hell where I'm dealing with someone else's karma, because it's not going to be mine. And like I said, I don't even know if I don't even really believe in karma anymore. But I don't believe in karma anymore. But that's just me being silly saying that. If I ever am cooking, cleaning, slaving over kids and in the household chores, it's because I'm in some multi-universe hell. But we know that wouldn't happen. Again, a lot of men are just gonna ask questions, make situations and scenarios up just to kind of test and see how far you're willing to go for them and how much they can get out of you. But like I said, nowadays, you can't get anything out of me. I'm not doing anything extra. If you aren't doing anything that I want, if you aren't offering what I want, then conversation over. We have no reason to be talking. Period. There's no way to win with men who expect women to just be cooking, cleaning, taking care of their laundry, getting their dry cleaning, being their little personal assistant / maid / chauffeur / chef. You can't win with a man like that. You're gonna be working like that for your entire life. You're never gonna be able to get rid of that. Once you start off like that, you're gonna have to just stop. You're just gonna have to just stop doing it, ladies. If you are doing that now, just stop doing it. That's the only way you're gonna break free from that, because he's gonna continue to expect it if you keep doing it. He's not gonna expect that if you never start, and if you did, just stop. because that's crazy. That is no way to live. It's honestly offensive nowadays to ask a woman if they cook or clean, because we are so much more than chefs and maids. I think men forgot what their real place was in this world, and it's about time that we remind them what they really were meant to do, which was to procreate. Like, honestly, I think they've forgotten. Procreate and maybe bring the game back so it can be shared with the community. I'll give them that. They can bring the game back, so, because it's heavy. They can bring the food back for us. And protect the land from predators. But now, as we've seen, a lot of them are the predators. We've got to protect ourselves from them, especially if they get rejected. Ooh, you don't ever want to be near a man who's been rejected, honey. Scary. Scary, scary, scary. The next question I have here is the scary one that's been a topic of conversation for several years now. Is what do you bring to the table? Dun, dun, dun. Honestly, I was shocked the first time a guy asked me that. So shocked that I actually answered the question. Never answered the question. If you do say something petty back, like, what do you bring to the table? My looks, my beauty, my intelligence. As Shira would say, a table with another man, if you ask me that question, because you should be bringing the table. You need to bring everything. I'm not bringing anything. That's such a weird question. When did that even, who started that question? First off, was that a Red Pill podcaster on YouTube who started telling men to ask that? Because I've had 2 guys ask me that in my entire life. And the last guy who asked me that was recent. He was older too. He was, I want to say, at least 45. And he asked me that. I was too stunned to speak. I said to him, this was at the dinner table at a seafood restaurant. I said to him, I'm not answering that because I'm not bringing anything to the table. Or did I just say, I'm not answering that and laughed. Yeah, I just said I'm not answering that and laughed because you can't get me with that. You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. What do I bring to the table? This is 2023. People are still asking that question. That is freaking nuts. And it's like a certain demographic too of men asking that. They all have certain qualities about them when they ask that question. Because why do you want something from a woman? Why don't you have it together? This is something new I'm trying. I've been wanting to try it because I just love the canister, the Evian facial spray. Why, as a man, do you need a woman to bring something to you? Why don't you have it all together? Shouldn't you only be dating when you have it together? Why are you out here trying to court women and you need them to bring you something to the table? And speaking of that question, going into the other question of what do you want in a man? We're still asking that too. Lord knows I'm not going to tell you guys the playbook on how to play me or how to pretend you're playing me, because I know the game and I'm not going to fall for it. What do I expect in a man? A wealthy man that's going to take care of me and I never have to work again unless I choose to. I can live the life I want in the houses that I want and live carefree and enjoy my free time. That's what I want in a man. Can you do that? Are you able to do that mentally? No, because the last guy that said that, who I haven't spoken to, who also asked about the stupid what do I bring to the table question, he asked me that and he just couldn't fathom a woman not wanting kids but being a housewife. I said, you've never been in a suburb neighborhood or a city. There's plenty of women out there who are child-free and not working. It's a common thing. I don't know why some men act like that's such a shocking thing to be at home but not have kids. And I can't even date a guy who can't even process. My time cut off on my camera. I only get 30 minutes per frame. I can't even date a man who doesn't understand that it's okay for a woman not to work and not want kids at the same time. Why can only women that want kids have the freedom to stay home? Who made that rule up? Some men just really can't let women relax and rest. They always want women working, and I just can't. I can't deal with it. I'm not a work mule. If you want to be with me, you're gonna have to take care of me financially, and that means giving me money in my own account. So if something does go funky, I have my own money, my own investments accounts, my own properties. I'm not talking about just you sending me money. No, I need my own income from you that I can use at my will and open my businesses and do what I want to do, work where I want to work, don't have to work at places that I don't want to work at. Just allow me that freedom. And some men just cannot picture a woman without kids and not having to submit a W-40 every year. And I used to be a people pleaser. I used to, like I said, I answered the what do I bring to the table question the first time I heard it. I would tell guys basically what they would have to do if they wanted to court me, and they would do it, pretend for a while, but not actually be that kind of guy. So I've learned my lessons, but I'm not that anymore. I am no longer a people pleaser. So if something is not serving me, if I get the sense, oh, this is not working, I'm not gonna be changing up what I said or trying to make you feel comfortable. No. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Bounce. There's somebody else who does. Move along. You didn't make it past point B. Sorry. Maybe another girl will give you a try, but not I. Let's put a little eyeshadow on today. It's the evening time. It's 6:28, so I'll do a nice dark look tonight. Something cute and simple. Oops, I'm messing up my under eye. I need my puffs. Half of my products are all over the country right now. I I've got products in Michigan. I've got products in Virginia. I've got products in... No, thankfully I got most of my stuff in Pennsylvania. So I just need to combine all of my products to one spot and start traveling, hauling with them as I go, because this is getting hard having my stuff mixed up. All of my like tools are in Michigan right now. All my beauty puffs and all of my mirrors and organizers are all in Michigan. I have to pick my parents up from the airport tonight at 9:40, and I wanted to go out prior to that. I've been enjoying the dogs. They're so much fun. Another stupid question men ask, can't believe they're still asking, because we're not telling them the truth, is men will ask you, so why are you single? What does it matter? But now what I say is, I either say, oh, he moved out of the country and it was too hard to keep making it work long distance. We tried, it was too hard to figure out the time difference, and me traveling back and forth and him traveling back and forth to visit. Or you can say, he just didn't spoil me enough, and I didn't want him to keep sacrificing for me. He couldn't afford me. So it kind of shows you're thoughtful, but you expect what you want, and if you don't get it, you move on. Because like I said, a lot of men, and I've been hearing a lot of things about people saying, you attract what you are. That's not true. If you are beautiful, like I am, you have a beautiful aura, energy, vibe, a beautiful smile, you're welcoming and inviting, you'll attract everybody and they mama. It's our job to stop them once they come and approach us. It has nothing to do with what we attract. We attract everything because we exude beauty, elegance, just light. So you're gonna attract anything and everything, but we can stop them from entering the door though. That's the key. So you'll have men ask you, oh, why are you single? What do you bring to the table? Do you cook? Do you clean? Because you don't know them yet. You're just learning them. You only know maybe the basics, how they're dressed, how they smell, what their teeth look like, what kind of car they drive, maybe if you saw them pull up. So these men will approach you, and don't put yourself down saying, oh my God, I can't believe he asked me this. He's a fool. Or he's just trying to manipulate you. But now you know. So whatever. Good try. He can move on to the next one, I guess. Because you got the game now. You know exactly what men will ask you to try and manipulate you, and you know how to respond. Because we're not taking anything personally. This is our reality. And they're just trying to get a sneak peek on what we're about. They don't know. They're just trying to find out. So don't take anything they say to heart. Some of these men don't know the steps. Some of these broke men don't know the steps. The first steps in getting a woman like us. So don't take anything they say or any questions they ask you to heart, because they really have no idea what they're doing. They really don't. They're just taking their dusty advice from their dusty friend. Who's dating a pick-me, who's answering these questions, cooking and cleaning for them at home, going half on the rent, living in a deplorable situation just so they can say they stay with their boo. So don't take it to heart, girl. They have no idea. And again, a lot of us, especially us Black women, think it's our job to teach these men how to be men and help them, build with them, level them up. That is not our job. And we are throwing the towel in, and we are no longer doing that. There are plenty of men out there who already know what the deal is and are willing to do whatever you ask them to do, because they see your worth and your value. Or because they're trying to get some and they're going to do whatever it takes to get it. So, like I said, moving on, because there's so many other guys out there. Don't be hung up on just one. I'm gonna buff that out some, but I don't have the right brush. Like I said, I keep referencing the ghosted video because you can tell that I gave too much of my power away. But I will never do that again. Because I create my own reality. And maybe I was too much for that guy. That's what I'm gonna think. I was too much for him. He couldn't handle me. And sometimes, like I said in the video, a lot of times it has nothing to do with you. Maybe they're going to someone else now. They moved on, trying something new. And no one owes you anything to say it's over. I want to make another video, but I may just talk about it now. Is no one owes you kindness. No matter how kind you are to people, no one owes that back to you. And that's why I say I don't know if I believe in karma, because if karma was real, then people would be kind back if you were kind to them, but they aren't. That is not how it works. People treat you how they want to treat you. It has no idea how you are. It doesn't have to do with how they are. It's just what they want to do. If they want to be kind, they will be kind. If they don't have to. If they don't benefit from it, they won't do it. So, a man does not have to tell you, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. They can just stop responding, stop contacting, stop reaching out. And then some of the times you may not want them to reach out, because if they did reach out to you and told you the truth, that might hurt your feelings more than if they just stopped reaching out randomly. That's another thing I'm learning, is sometimes people are sparing you by ghosting you. Because if they were to tell you how they really felt, that might be meaner than them if they would have just left you on red. But now they're telling you your house stank and your weave stank real bad. So now you walking around like, dang, I've been stinking my whole life. And I could have just been not have known that information. But me, if that happened to me, I'll just be like, okay, let me step up my perfume game, my shower routine, and get my house together. Because I can't be out here stinking. But that's just a silly example. But that's just, again, just me telling you, you really don't ever know. And just don't take it personally. That's why we should have more guys we're dating, so we don't even notice when a guy ghosts us. It doesn't even register because we've got so many other people where we're just like, oh, okay, this one. It's like, oh, okay, I became too much for this one. So, so I need to fill in this void that this guy has made now. I need to add another guy up to the list now. That's how I'm thinking of it. Like, okay, I need somebody else now. Who's next? Who wants to give it a try? The key really in dating is don't take anything personal and don't get emotionally attached. And like I said, I'm like 50-50 with this. Sometimes I do good at it, thankfully, because I'm not one of those really overly emotional people in general. But sometimes I may slip up and get a little too emotionally attached. And that's why it's okay. You just have to fall back and take your energy back. You just have to pull it back from them. It happens sometime, but you can't keep letting it happen. Thankfully, right now, it's not. I don't ever see that happening again. I mean, obviously for my husband, sure. But even then, I'm still going to have some kind of a guard up, because you can never fully trust someone. So you never let them see your full colors. They can't see all your colors. They can't see every side of you. They can't know everything. Some things need to stay between you and your spirit. Nobody deserves to know all of the goods. Just like I said, you never tell them why you're single. You make up something stupid. So if they do say, oh, well, that's why he moved away, and say, okay, because that's not true. I never had a guy who moved away. That's just what I told you, stupid. I didn't tell y'all what my shade that I use, but I've been using it for a while. Too Faced Caramel, Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade 14, Fenty Beauty Chocolate or 06, and then the Derma Blend in warm saffron. But yeah, every guy that I've told something about a former partner, they threw it back in my face. I kid you not. So I learned that. And one of my mom's friends told me once, never tell a guy how another guy hurt you. Never. So, thanks to wise women. That's why, ladies, you have to surround yourself with wise women, especially women who are living a lifestyle that you admire, because they will put you on game. She was like, girl, you never tell a man how another man hurt you. For all he knows, all he should know is that you got other men who are trying to court you right now. That's the only thing you should know about another man, is that you've got other men who are interested and who are actively trying to date you. That's it. So that's what I do. I don't outright tell men that other men are that I am dating other men. But I don't hide it either. I don't make it like obvious though, especially the ones that are financially providing for me. I'm not gonna be just out there disrespectful. But my emotions and my actions are telling them, and I'm not canceling plans that I already have for them. That is something I'll never do. If I already have plans and they ask me to do something and I have plans, sorry, I already have plans. Maybe next time. I haven't put on lashes and oh yeah, I did put on lashes recently, but they were natural looking lashes. I haven't put on glamorous lashes and I don't know how long. I want to get tweezers so I can put them on the best way. Go grab some tweezers. Ladies, leave some comments on ways that comments or questions a man has said or asked you and they were trying to use it as a form of manipulation, because there are honestly so many that I didn't even address. And we all need to make ourselves aware of these things so we won't fall for it. Really, any personal question a man asks, I'm like wondering what's the motive, what's the reason, what can he get out of this answer? Why is he asking me this? What is the motive here? What can he gain from this? Is he trying to get me easier? Is he trying to see what he can get away with? Is he... Oh boy, you hear Coco? It's near 7 and she eats at 7. She never lets me feed her on time. It's always a couple minutes early. Okay. Can you wait 1 minute? I have to put my lashes on. And she's getting Bruce riled up. Because Bruce can't stand hearing puppies cry. He's such a sweet boy. Every time he's like, she's got him wrapped around his paw. Anything she wants, Bruce does it for her. But she also checks on Bruce because Bruce has this bad cough he got kennel cough from a groomer. They gave him antibiotics. This was last winter, like last fall. And it's still lingering. It hasn't gone away yet because he's older. So it's harder for him to get rid of these things, infections. And it's still kind of lingering. And then especially he has allergies. So that's not helping. So I have to keep an eye on his cough. See if it gets any worse. So you might need to get back on antibiotics. But I said that to say anytime he does cough, Coco gets right up and goes checks on him. It's so cute. Because that is her big brother. She thinks you know who is her big brother. And she ain't gonna let nothing happen to him. Okay, okay. I'm coming. Just let me finish my eye makeup, please. Oh. Oh. If you're still watching this video, you're the bomb. Mascara, mascara. Black is black, Maybelline. Make my almond eyes pop. I remember once during a biology class in high school, the teacher pointed out my eyes when we were talking about recessive genes and saying how my phenotype, etc., made these shapes. My Punnett square made my shaped eyes, and how it's like you have to have a certain gene to have almond eyes. It was a whole thing. And then she had the whole class basically look at me. And I was like, awkward. So I never thought about it, that my eyes have an almond shape to them. Oh God, I'm just gonna make these curling irons fall. The next bid. Be right back with the lips. Ooh, I've used this so much you can't even read the writing anymore. It's wiped away. But honestly, ladies, the keys when dating are never tell the full truth, never share any traumas, and that is personal or things that have happened that may have involved someone else. Never share any traumas that you've experienced in life, because they will try to use it against you. And always date more than one guy. That's their food timer. Always date more than one. Never share any traumas. Never lower your standards or expectations. Just get another one. And get whatever you can, because they're going to make sure they get whatever they can. Put yourself as priority and never go out of your way to do anything. Here's the full look. I actually gave you all some eye makeup for the first time in forever. This is definitely an evening glam. I'm gonna go out, hit the town, then pick my parents up from the airport. Don't let these men manipulate you with these questions, comments. Lie, date multiple, never share traumas, and never put your priorities, never change your priorities. Keep yourself as priority number one because you know they are going to do that for themselves. Okay, peace.